So I like to eat, and I like to eat a lot. Because I do a low-carb diet, though, it's really hard to find stuff. You know, you get sick of pork rinds. I eat a lot of cheese. Just imagine what that does to you. So I'm going to try to make a pizza, and actually it does turn out pretty good here. So here's all my steps on how I did that, starting with, the oven. So we're going to heat the oven up to 250, or preheat the oven up to 250. And then on the pizza pan, I'm going to lay down a circle of mozzarella cheese. And then from there, I'm going to take the garlic butter and I'm actually going to put some of that just randomly on it. And these are 0 carbs for both. And then we're going to shove it in the oven once it's set for the 250. So we're going to set it for 40 minutes and cook it for that. Even though the graphic did mention it, I feel like I should say it out loud. You do want to put it on parchment paper. That way when you take it out here, you'll see that it's actually cooked, and you'll notice it actually browned on the edges. So then we will put the pizza sauce up, and I'm just going to keep putting up the images of like the ingredients and stuff, so you can see how many carbs are in it. But yeah, I spread that all out on there. Not too bad for my first time. It was an ice cream icing, which I would have liked. But then I put on some Mexican 4-cheese blend, along with the bacon bits I have here. And then I put it back in the oven and going to cook that one for 11 minutes. 10 would have been fine, actually. Kind of a horse piece. Next time I'll try it for 10 and see how it turns out. But yeah, by the time it was all done, actually I was really happy with how it turned out. And you do want to let it cool for a little bit. It is basically all cheese, so as you're cutting it, it doesn't like to be cut too much like with a pizza roller. I ended up using a pie cutter, actually, in a way that you'd scoop it up with then also. But overall, it turned out really good. So on my next attempt, I'm going to try to make the cheese crust the same thickness all the way through. You'll see on the edge, and I have these flipped over where, and this is from, actually I should say this is from both sides. I know it looks like it's in one corner, but it's how it got flipped over. So this here cooked about how I wanted it. Same with this side here. But as you get more into the center on both pieces, you'll see that it didn't brown as much, and I wanted that brown. And that's because when I put the circle down on the parchment paper, it just, it mounded more in the center. I tried to push it out and everything, but I needed to do a better job on that. So that's one of the things for next time, and then pepperoni next time. The bacon bits weren't as good as I was hoping they would be. If you ever had one of those like cheaper frozen pizzas that are the cheeseburger ones, because of the cheddar I use and everything with the Mexican style cheese, that's kind of what it tasted like. And I personally, I don't really care for those pizzas. So if you do like those, then the bacon bits are fantastic. But the cheese side was very good. I could see it actually having some pepperoni and being much, much better. And then, of course, it's cooled down for a bit, too, and you'll see it's actually holding itself more now. And then there's the bacon one. So, yeah, it actually turned out pretty good. And the garlic butter I put on, actually, you can taste it. I didn't put a ton on there. Oh, maybe I did. I don't even know. But it melted in there pretty good. But, yeah, to me, it wasn't a ton. I love that stuff.